Hi, I'm Seb, and I want to talk about arguments. Because, one thing that I love is talking to people. Like, people with almost completely different views to mine. Because there's something that I've found fun and engaging about, just having like this discussion about someone who opens my eyes to completely different perspectives I've never seen before. And I just love how there's so much I can learn from someone else just simply having a different opinion. And it's a great thing because I can straight up I'm bisexual and I can talk to a straight up homophobic and we can chill because we can have our opinions on how we view each other, and we can come to an agreement. We can come to, you know how we can face agreements and come to conclusions that just allow us to exist because we understand each other. And that's something that I wish could be more popularized. But everything around me, I just see people that argue and argue because so many times that the one fatal error of everyone talking together is the fact that we are human and that we almost always have this urge to be mad, belittle, and let emotions control discussion. And it gets to an outrageous point because so many people just start to belittle the other side, and the other side start to belittle that side. They start to fight. They start to just ignore the other, and they start to not understand because they refuse to understand. And it's annoying to me because how are we meant to advance? How are we meant to live and agree if you refuse to understand my perspective and vice versa? Because I don't understand that. We should have open minds. You can't just think that you are right every time, because that's not how reality works. We're all shaped by opinions and our experiences, and that's what creates a division. That's what not a division. That's what creates different sides. That's what creates different perspectives. It's like looking at a cube. We can look at it in different sides, but we will never understand that it is a cube until we all come to an agreement of what it. Until we all come and share our opinions. If you have four people, no, if you have six people look at one cube and they all say theirs is a square, but they argue over which side the square is, then they won't come to the conclusion that that isn't just a square. They need to come together and agree that we're all seeing the same square, but it's on different sides, thus, those sides must be conjoined in some way to make a cube. But no, people just argue that my square is the right square, your square is the wrong square, and that you're dumb for thinking that. And it pisses me off, because we can come to genuine conclusions, but we don't. We don't advance. We stay. We stagger. We argue. We create wars. We create divisions. We do all this stuff because we can't understand. We can't grow. We can't live together. We can't unify. Because all we are wrapped up in is ourselves and our own opinions, and that we don't actually come together to think. We don't think anymore. We just act. We just be bashful. We don't think about what we're saying, about what we're doing. We only just let emotions guide us into trying to trigger the other first, trying to get their reaction to us rather than trying to get their opinion from what we said. We don't try to take feedback. We try to annoy the other. We try to piss the other off, and we don't come together. We don't think together. We don't try to get different perspectives. We just ultimately try to argue over which perspective is right, when a perspective doesn't need to be exactly right. Nothing has to be definitive. Everything can be subjective in my eyes. And so I view everything as an opinion. I view everything as an opinion that you can either take or leave, that you can either agree with or disagree with, as long as it's respectful. If we can just respect everybody's opinion, then we could grow, and we can understand. And if you don't understand, and if you don't want to understand, then don't be mean. Just leave them alone. We can grow, and we can understand each other. But the one fatal flaw about my idea of opinions is the fact that, to myself, that is just an opinion that everyone can just ignore. But yeah, that was just my opinion, and I hope people can agree, and I hope people can start to understand, and I hope actually people can disagree, and I can get their idea and perspective on it, so my opinion and my perspective can grow, and I can become better than what I was. We need more people to actually understand and agree. So, thank you for listening, and if you are just gonna make fun of me, then fuck you.